Following rumors of a reconciliation between Ben Affleck and his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, the Bennifer drama just took a wild turn. According to sources close to Jen, she has already broken up with her longtime partner, John Miller, in the hopes that she and Ben can reconcile. The two have been hanging out a lot since Ben and J.Lo split up. But guess who isn't pleased with this? That's correct, J.Lo. Rumor has it that she is enraged that Ben has returned to his ex-wife and is making serious disparaging remarks about Jen Garner. J.Lo reportedly snapped when she saw the PS of Ben cuddling up to Jen Garner. This man was always depressed around J.Lo, hardly even pretending to smile on the red carpet. But here's the thing. According to J.Lo's close friends, she truly believed Ben would return to her, and she never anticipated him ending their relationship. There's more to the story, though, as there are rumors that J.Lo's purported involvement in the Diddy scandal was what ultimately drove Ben insane. The timing is intriguing because Ben moved out of the mansion he shared with J.Lo only a few weeks after the raids on Diddy's properties in March, according to insiders, and the feds discovered some incriminating tapes of J.Lo during those raids. In addition, Jennifer Garner was said to have contributed to Ben's abrupt breakup with J.Lo because she was always extremely protective of her children and reportedly worried about the impact the J.Lo and Diddy scandal would have on them. What will J.Lo do if she is drawn into the Diddy case after the trial begins? That is the key question at this point. Is that the reason she is so upset that Ben ignores her and spends all of his time with Jennifer Garner? So let's take a look at it. It's been difficult, but J.Lo has been reflecting on herself a lot. She said, when you reach a point where you think you've learned the lessons and then it blows up in your face again, you realize, okay, I haven't, so what is it that I need to look at right now? It appears that Ben Affleck is completely okay with the fact that this Thanksgiving was the first one without Ben Affleck 2.0. He spent the holiday season volunteering at the Midnight Mission in downtown Los Angeles with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner and their 3 children. Jennifer Lopez and Ben's other ex-wife spent Thanksgiving posting Instagram pictures by herself. She even kept the comments on this post to a minimum, likely in anticipation of inquiries about Diddy or Ben. It's not surprising to see Ben and Jen Garner together at a family gathering, but Ben was looking particularly cozy with his ex-wife, as Page 6 noted. Ben appeared at ease with Jennifer in the photos, even whispering in her ear at one point. One source later told People in a mysterious way that Ben is now very content with life. Ben feels fortunate to be spending Thanksgiving with his children's mother, according to another insider who spoke to Page 6. The insider claimed that despite their long-standing separation, Ben still feels somewhat at ease around Jen. Because Jen is the mother of his children and they have a long history together, Ben and Jen will always have a close relationship. Notwithstanding the paparazzi's intense interest in their relationship, fans also observed that Jen Garner might be the only woman Ben had ever appeared to be genuinely happy with. Ben has stated that his divorce from Garner is his greatest regret in life. Regrettably, their relationship was hampered by his addiction at the time. Affleck's alcoholism caused his personal life to suffer and led to his 3rd stint in rehab. This image, from 2018, shows him being driven to a treatment center by Jennifer Garner, his ex-wife. The 47-year-old describes his split from the actress as his greatest life regret. But now that he's clean, people on the streets claim that Ben has been reflecting on his past and feeling sentimental about his marriage to Jen Garner. According to sources, Jen has always had a soft spot for Ben and has never truly stopped caring about him, despite everything. What could possibly happen now that they are spending so much time together? Ben recently claimed that he feels very at ease with Jen because they both lead discreet lives and fiercely defend their privacy. Ben even claimed in J.Lo's documentary that she is essentially addicted to attention in the same way that he was addicted to alcohol, demonstrating how obsessed she is with being in the spotlight. According to people close to Ben, he could not stand J.Lo's constant leaking of every little detail about their marriage and grew weary of her concentrating more on their public image than on fostering a partnership. According to the publication, an insider told them that although Ben has become very good at keeping his mouth shut, he is known to be extremely unhappy with J.Lo's constant need for attention. That his wife Lopez wanted to make their private lives public was inexplicable to the Argo actor. Because they are at least partially secret, I have always believed that private things are valuable and special, Affleck said in a prior interview. I had to make some adjustments in light of this. You would think that JLA would have learned from her mistakes, given that she and then called off their initial engagement in 2004 due to the excessive media attention. J.Lo went so far as to say that the entire incident truly affected her. calling it the greatest heartbreak of her life. Everyone was therefore certain that J-Lo and Ben were meant to be when they reconciled in 2021. J-Lo went so far as to say that she was positive Ben was the one, and that this time, their relationship would last forever. However, why would J-Lo go out and create a whole documentary about her love life, revealing all the personal details of her relationship with Ben, if she was aware that the attention from the media had ruined their relationship the first time? Ben was probably correct when he likened her need for attention to his own alcoholism. According to recent reports, Jen Garner's longtime partner John Miller ended their relationship after Ben returned to the scene. In any case, Ben's friends are reportedly telling him to put J-Lo behind him and try again with Jen Garner. According to one source, John finds it intimidating that Jennifer and Ben are still so close. However, J-Lo is reportedly furious that Ben is out and about with Garner and telling everyone that he's finally happy and at peace. So it's not just John Miller who is upset about Ben and Jen Garner becoming closer. Additionally, there were rumors that J-Lo was attempting to manipulate Jen Garner's parenting and turn her children against their mother when the first reports of J-Lo and Ben's marital problems surfaced last year. For what reason? Evidently because J-Lo found it intolerable that Ben and Jen were still getting along. According to reports, J-Lo's team even went so far as to go to the tabloids to minimize Jen's strict parenting style, claiming that Ben and Jen's 3 children actually liked spending more time with J-Lo than their mother. It was evident that J-Lo was completely disregarding Jen's rules and allowing the kids to do as they pleased. Despite Jen's attempts to be understanding, it was evident that J-Lo's actions were straining their relationship. While the paparazzi were continuously pursuing them in an attempt to capture Ben at his most vulnerable, Jen Garner was doing everything in her power to safeguard the privacy of both herself and Ben's children. However, Jen Garner put a lot of effort into protecting her children from the chaos of Hollywood and never pursued fame. However, J-Lo wasn't overly pleased that Jen Garner was still featured. She allegedly began to undermine Jen's parenting style. Garner, meanwhile, was growing increasingly irritated with J-Lo's attention-seeking behavior, and according to sources, Jen was concerned that J-Lo's narcissism might negatively affect her children. Beautiful! Because she was raised by strict parents, Jen Garner has always been outspoken about her desire to keep her children out of the spotlight. She has frequently stated that her upbringing kept her grounded when she entered the entertainment industry. However, J-Lo acknowledged that she finds it difficult to assert boundaries with her 2 children from her marriage to Mark Anthony. When Jen Garner's 3 children began spending more time with J-Lo and Ben, Jen reportedly started to feel that J-Lo was influencing them in ways that weren't consistent with her parenting style. She even feared that J-Lo might be attempting to manipulate her children and undermine the boundaries and principles she had worked so hard to establish. Now that there are rumors that Jen Garner and Ben are getting back together, people say that J-Lo is ready to return because she is so enraged and jealous. Get this. According to sources, J-Lo is now pursuing compensation from Ben, specifically his $150 million fortune. According to an insider close to J-Lo, she feels entitled to some compensation because she paid the majority of their expenses during their brief marriage. The insider revealed to Radar Online that one of the little-known facts is that Jennifer covered a large portion of their marital costs and now believes he owes her money. She's adding up all of the private jet expenses she charges her plastic, including the lodging and food, clothing, coffee runs, and gas. The high cost of living has been addressed. For that $60 million mansion they also purchased, she paid the LI's share on her dime. As per the source, J-Lo realized how much Ben had cheated on her after their rumored breakup after just 2 years of marriage, and she believes she should be compensated. According to the source, she is requesting a detailed breakdown of her expenses compared to his and the return of all the money she invested. She feels deeply hurt and is out for blood, but she isn't the one who abandoned their marriage. She wouldn't have objected if he had remained in the marriage like a good boy, but he left her, and the result is always retribution. So now, she's prepared to play hardball. Nevertheless, according to other sources, Ben's lack of financial assistance is not the reason behind J-Lo's plans for retaliation. He has reconnected with Jennifer Garner, which apparently embarrasses her, and she is searching for any means to hold him accountable. However, there are hints from some sources that this might be a part of J-Lo's public relations plan to divert attention away from her former partner Diddy and her potential role in his criminal case. Natanya Rubin, who was shot in the face by Diddy during the 1990 New York nightclub shooting, announced in March that her life might be in jeopardy for speaking out about Diddy and J-Lo's alleged involvement in the shooting, just weeks before J-Lo and Ben split up. Additionally, Natanya's not buying J-Lo's denial of any involvement in the shooting and suggested that if the case is reopened, J-Lo might be held accountable for allegedly being Diddy's gun mule. Natanya made it clear in her interview with News Nation. She expressed her hope that Diddy and all those arrested that night in 1999 will eventually be held accountable. According to Natanya, "I was fighting for my life on an operating table at St. Vincent's Hospital while the doctors removed the bullet that had broken and was aspirating into my lungs. After about an hour, they released Miss Lopez and dropped her charges." It's completely absurd. Suge Knight decided to weigh in on the rumors Diddy tapes, claiming that the feds actually tipped off Ben Affleck following the raids on Diddy's mansions back in March. This came just when we thought things couldn't get any wilder for J-Lo. Suge claimed in a recent episode of his Collect Calls podcast that the feds discovered numerous videos of Diddy doing various things with Diddy. However, there's more. Suge also implicated J-Lo in the 99 nightclub shooting, claiming that she covered for Diddy and allowed Shine to take the blame for him. In addition, he is asserting that the feds most likely alerted Ben to the existence of those tapes prior to their release in court, when Diddy's trial begins in May. Here's where it gets interesting. According to some recent reports, Jennifer Garner issued an ultimatum to Ben Affleck. He had to break off all contact with J-Lo before the Diddy case went to trial and caused all the bad publicity that could have an impact on their children if he wanted a chance to work with her once more. Now, to be honest, Ben was most likely going to end things with J-Lo sooner or later. He never appeared to be content with her, not even on their wedding day. But the Diddy incident likely hurried things and was the last straw for him. But how do you feel about the idea that Ben broke up with J-Lo before the controversy surrounding her and Diddy even surfaced? Do you believe that when the Diddy drama reaches the courtroom, something significant regarding J-Lo will be revealed? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and be sure to return for this next video.